Every minute we spend on our phones is a minute we lose from our loved ones around us. Most of us in this room and even people outside have some sort of phone. All of us also probably have one or more social media accounts that we use frequently. I myself am someone who also enjoys to use my phone on a daily basis, but because of that, I have learned how it restricts you from creating new memories. Social media and technology are splitting us from the real life in front of us, and we need to disconnect from our phones and connect with people face to face. In order to prevent our mental health and social skills from deteriorating, we can go out and plan activities with friends and family to make up for the time where we aren't using our phone. Let's begin with why we need to disconnect from our phone. We, as a society, need to stop using our phones constantly for everything. We are too dependent on our phones and we are becoming addicted. This is stopping us from being productive, enjoying the things around us, and making new connections. In the online article written by Olivia Rahim, there was a survey conducted that stated that both men and women feel stressed when their phones aren't turned off. A lot of us use our phones for school, work, and entertainment. That when we are no longer using it, we feel like we're missing out on so many things. The overuse of our phones is an important topic to bring awareness to because it is affecting us mentally, and some people are even being diagnosed with nomophobia. The same source defines nomophobia as the pathological fear of remaining out of touch with technology. This is something that can be shown through an example from an article titled How Technology is Sapping Our Attention Spans and Our Productivity. When we are sitting or standing around with our phones scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, that is an example of how we have become addicted because we keep scrolling and scrolling trying to find some good content. As stated in the same source, the inability to concentrate is only going to get worse as online developers gain insight into how to make smartphone apps and websites more addictive. When relating technology to work or even school scenarios, Mr. Nixon from the previous source says, the problem is that this mode of working, termed continuous partial attention, serves to fragment our attention, reducing our focus on the task at hand. This is something that affects both you and I, and everyone else around us with the phone. In the article by Rahim, she states that even those who claim to be having a good time while using their phones are being affected. Actually, that only makes them more susceptible to becoming addicted to their phones because they will continue to grab for their phones to gain that feeling of joy and satisfaction. Since you already know you have something to do, and you will be able to use that when you're bored, you will only be encouraged to use your phone more and prevent yourself from getting bored. Because of those reasons, we need to stop ourselves before it's too late. In order to avoid becoming fully consumed in our phones and social media, we need to set limits for ourselves and find new ways of distraction. Of course, we still need our phones for texting and calling, but even starting by not using your phone after 10 p.m. or during lunch is a way that helps to become less dependent. However, in order for any of this to work, we all need to admit to ourselves that we might be spending too much time on the internet and feel the motivations to put our phones down and go out. I want to invite you to stand up to your unconscious thoughts of picking up that phone and talk to your neighbor. As mentioned in the article by David Waters, the best way to connect with others is by finding a common ground. Start talking to people, and if you're both at work or at school, that is already a good place to start a conversation. Another thing you can do is plan events and leave your phone behind. In an article by Hillsdale Daily News, they give ideas of things you can do with your friends and family, such as going to fairs, concerts, volunteering, or any other activities you can do as a group. If we manage to start doing some of those things, we will be able to see some improvement. After interacting more with people in real life around us, we will be able to live in the moment and become less affected by what we see others posting online. We can also become less distracted when we put our phones in silent and to the side. If we decided not to do these things though, we will continue to fall behind in social skills and depend even more on a device that is hurting us in the long run. As a conclusion, this is how the overuse of technology is affecting us. In order for us to continue growing as a society, we need to become aware of the overuse of technology and how it is affecting us. Without putting a stop to this addiction, we will continue to become less efficient in our work and social life. Therefore, this is your chance to make a change and set an example for others. Disconnect from your phones and connect to the world around you, because in the end, that's the only thing you have when your phone breaks. Thank you.